name is Marty Wooldridge. The name of our operation is Wooldridge Land and Cattle Company. We are located in a little town called Oil City, Louisiana. We are in the extreme northwest corner of Louisiana, approximately 5 miles out of Texas and about 15 miles out of Arkansas.
Marty's Louisiana beef operation spans upland pastures and the bottoms of the Red River Valley. The cattle operation has evolved over time.
We're a cow-calf operation. I grew up in a cow-calf operation. We are predominantly black Brangus cattle. We are about 500 head of mama cows.
A highly respected cattle producer from Alabama helped Marty take his cattle operation in a new and profitable direction.
But then in reading some articles in the Brangus journals about Joe Resna and his Ultra Black program, got to talking to Joe and looking at the stock, and I really did. I bought into the idea of what it could do for us. It gave us everything we wanted out of the Angus side, but still with that little bit of touch of ear so that our females were of the replacement quality that we like.
Marty was impressed with Joe Resna of Cow Creek Ranch in Ellisville, Alabama. Joe, Marty says, took the time to make the cattle industry better.
He was out there in the mud with you. He was walking the pens with you. And he had this divine interest in seeing other people do well.
And Joe mentored a young Marty Wooldridge, an investment of time and talent Marty has not forgotten.
He did not pass over the young people. First time I met him, I was 20, fixing to be 21 years old. He could have walked on past me and dismissed me as just the young kid that showed up and had a little bit of money in his pocket. He had that thirst and true interest to see the cattle industry prosper.
There are times that test the mettle of a cattle producer. 2016 was that year.
But it's been a very trying year. We have had 2 major floods where we have had to move several hundred head of cattle. So the first round of flooding was the first week of March, and our cows are bred to start calving the first week of March. Moving some that are barely walking, having to pick them up and load them in trailers and what have you, and keep them from getting stomped on or pushed down in the mud. They couldn't hardly go in those type of conditions.
A beef retail business could soon become part of the Wooldridge Land and Cattle Company.
We are 15 miles or so out of Shreveport, Bossier City, Louisiana area. Farmers markets have become very popular here. We're starting to see a need or a want by the people to buy hamburger meat, buy their steaks, buy their roast. So what we're working towards now is a state-inspected label program so that we can process our calves and then sell either through the farmers markets or even selling out of our own barn, out of our own freezer.
Marty has been involved in the political arena. It's an important part of farming and ranching that should not be undervalued, he says.
Someone, I forget how the quote actually goes, that if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. And it's no more true than it is in agriculture. We have to speak for our own cause. We have to share our stories.
Marty met his future wife, Crystal, in the heat of his run for a local elected office.
Crystal and I started working the neighborhood together, walking door to door and meeting people and what have you. The hardships we went through and the scrutiny that was poured upon us, it's tough for a couple of months, and that's where we started our relationship.
William, the young son of Marty and Crystal, has a future on the ranch, if that's what he wants.
I'll turn 39 this November, and my son, our only child, will turn 3. As he comes out of college in, say, 20 years, will we still have cattle operations? I think we will. Will we be more burdened by government regulations? Yes, we probably will. But hopefully we'll have this thing to a point that we both can be successful at the same time, or I'll be close to transitioning out of it for him.